I never thought I'd say this, but I think I'm starting to like Season 2 of Sword Art Online better than the first season. And I never thought I'd say that. It's not as emotional and not as, heartfelt as the first season of Sword Art Online, but dear God, it is awesome. This episode starts out with Death Gun still talking to Kirito. He finds out, that it's in the laughing coffin, kind of how it left off last week. Death Gun says, it doesn't matter who you are, or if you're a fake or you're the real thing, I'm going to find you and I'm going to kill you. So Kirito starts freaking out, he's like, breathing deep and like just tripping shit. Like he is upset. He is not doing okay. Then there's this flashback of a time in SAO that I did not know happened. I'm sure no one knew that that it happened unless you read the light novel or, saw this before I did. Kirito and a part of his guild, I'm guessing the Knights of the Blood Oath, they actually went in and they tried to wipe out the Laughing Coffin guild because they were a murderous guild. They were a red guild. So they were, killing real people in the game, making them die in real life. So Kirito actually ended up killing 2 guys in this, and at one point he actually decapitated some guy. And I was like, holy shit. I mean, it's just SAO, where, oh, they break off into pieces or whatever, but it shows, his head ripping off and stuff. I'm like, whoa, and Kirito's he has a tear in his eye, and he freaks out. And, he killed, what's-his-face, fucking Asuna's bodyguard or whatever. I forget his name, but he, stabbed his arm through him, which was really cool. Then after the flashback, Xenon comes up to him and is actually being kind of nice to him now. And she sees that he's in distress, and she thinks it's because his match was so, stressful. So she's like, listen, dude, you're going to have to get over it. If every match is going to make you like this, there's no way you're going to make it to the finals. Come on, dude. Buck up. And he just grabs her hand, and he just looks at her like, I can't do this. What is going on with me? She actually has some sympathy, and she's like, what's wrong? And then she starts thinking, is he like me? Is he just like me? So eventually she's in the middle of talking to him, and then he gets teleported to his next match. When he's in this match, he looks like he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care at all. He's just upset, he's sad, he's freaked out, whatever. He's stressed, he just doesn't care. This guy's shooting at him, unloading bullets at him. It's hitting him in the side of the face, the legs, the arms, everything. He just pulls out his sword, starts screaming on the top of his lungs, and just runs after him. And match after match, it's a time lapse. He just beats everybody, keeps beating people. And it's awesome. Then eventually, the part that I was like, holy shit, as soon as I saw Kirito versus Xenon, I was like, oh my god. So they're fighting in this it looks like a bridge or something, and Xenon runs up into a bus, and it has an upper level of glass, and she lays down and she's like, okay, he's gonna have to come this way to get to me because she memorized all the damn maps. So he's standing there just chilling, just standing there, not doing anything, and she starts freaking out. And you know that your aiming starts getting bad once your heart rate goes up. You can't aim as well. So she just keeps shooting, keeps missing him, just hitting all over the place. Eventually she gets so mad that she runs out of the bus and stands right next to him with the sniper 5 feet away from him. And I'm like, whoa, she's really upset right now. So he's like, how many bullets do you have left? She's like, 1. He's like, okay, I'm not going to use my gun. And he pulls out a bullet. He says, once this bullet goes in the air, I'm going to flick this bullet, and once it hits the ground, we're going to start a duel. From 10 meters away, you're going to shoot your Hecate, and I'm going to use my photon sword, and then that will decide the winner. So he flicks the bullet in the air, she aims at him, and she shoots the bullet. Before he can even think, he slices the bullet in half, and there's a fucking awesome air trail behind it, and it blows up his cloak, and she's like, no way. Then she starts to cheat. She pulls out her pistol, and before you know it, before she even has a chance to point it at him, he's at her neck with the photon sword. And then he grabs her all suggestively, and I'm like, okay, You're kind of holding her like you want to fuck her there, Kirito. I don't think Asuna would like this very much. And he sits there and he's holding her by the waist, and he's just talking to her I killed these people and I can never take it back and all this kind of stuff. And then she starts thinking even more, oh, he's just like me, he's just like me. And then it's really funny because he has the sword up to her and he turns it off. He's like, so, can you resign now? Because I'm not one for killing girls. And she's like, what the fuck? And she gets all shy because he's holding on to her. So she pushes away from him and she resigns and he wins. Then it shows Death Gun at the end. He's like, intriguing. Because he was going to kill Xenon. Xenon just lost to Kirito. So now he knows that Kirito's the real deal. Xenon's friend, I forget his name, but he is creepy. He always has this look on his face like he knows something, or like he's pissed off at Kirito for being good or something. Like, I feel like he knows he might know who Death Gun is, or he might know something that has to do with Xenon that someone doesn't know, or something about Kirito that someone doesn't know. I don't know, but he just is really creepy. I think his name's Spiegel in the game, but he's just a weird looking guy, and he's just always just staring and just making weird faces, and it's just weird. So the rundown on this episode, every single thing about this episode was amazing. Whoever does Kirito's voice is awesome, because the screams are always so fucking good. They're always so cool. I mean, I read somewhere that, and actually saw a video on it, that the guy who does the screams for him in Japanese actually gets nosebleeds sometimes because he yells so damn loud. And the voice actor for the English version, he said he cannot scream as loud as the Japanese guy, but it's awesome. So, like I said, voice acting was awesome, action awesome, every single thing was perfect in this episode. I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. The only reason I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 is because it seemed a little like it was a little too fast. It was a little fast-paced, but I'm almost kind of glad it was, because we didn't have to wait like 2 or 3 episodes before we got to see Xenon and Kirito fight, because I was really excited about that. I was afraid it was going to be like an episode for each qualifying match, which would have been like some random crusty guy shooting a gun, Kirito blocking the bullets, and then going up and slicing them. And it would have been like that every single time. So I'm guessing that's why it didn't show it like qualifier by qualifier. But I'm okay with that. Next week, Saturday, check me. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like my videos. Please, it will be much appreciated. I really, really would like some support. Comment on the videos. Do anything you want as long as you watch them. Thank you very much. You have an awesome day. Thanks.